So the Utah Jazz have turned around a slow start to the season by ripping off a 14-1 record in their last 15 games. They're 9-0 since trading for Jordan Clarkson, and they're up to third in the West. So Ramona, are you buying the Jazz as a West elite team?
Yeah, I think I've always bought them as an elite team because, I mean, didn't they do this last year? I feel like I've heard this story before. This is kind of what the Jazz do. They get off to a slow start. They hang in there. They make some kind of an adjustment, and then they go on a run. And this run, of course, has been propelled by a really soft schedule here. Not to take anything away from it, but they've only one of the teams that they've beat has a winning record in this run here.
Right.
But they've been really good since Jordan Clarkson joined the team because he stabilized their offense there. He gives them a really good option when Donovan Mitchell comes off the floor. Mike Conley's better than Jordan Clarkson at playing with Donovan Mitchell, but Jordan Clarkson is way better than Mike Conley when Donovan Mitchell is off the floor, and they really needed that extra offense.
Yeah, they need an injection of life off the bench.
The fact that they've done this without Conley playing any of these games, to me, is a credit to Quinn Snyder, who, by the way, I don't think that the Jazz are elite in the West, but Quinn Snyder has elite hair. Don't forget that. He's one of the best-looking guys in the league on the coaching standpoint. No, but for real. Since cutting Jeff Green, this bench has improved tremendously in so many different ways, and I got to credit Snyder for keeping that together when their main guy, point guard, wasn't there.
He's a great coach.
He's a fantastic coach. A lot of guys have brought it home in the league. Mike Malone.
Yeah.
Rick Carlisle, we see you.
And it feels like defensively they've kind of gotten back to their identity on that end, too.
Well, they also have been getting a lot from Bogdanovic, right?
Yeah.
35 the other night. They're 7-1 when he goes for more than 30, and 11-1 when he goes for 25 or more. So this is the guy that when we were all doing our picks for the preseason, right? Were the Jazz going to run away with the Western Conference? Were they a sleeper team? It's because they got Bogdanovic, and he's really shown up the last
2 years ago, they were supposed to be fantastic, and they were. They took a step back last year. I think they're back to where they could be and they should be.
All right, time for our League Pass game of the night. It's Sixers and Pacers. The Sixers lost in Indy by 18 points 2 weeks ago and have lost 5 straight on the road. Joel Embiid is still out recovering from finger surgery, but he was on the court for the majority of that losing streak. So both Domantas Sabonis and Malcolm Brogdon are questionable. Clinton, is tonight a bigger game for the Sixers or Pacers?
It's a bigger game for the Pacers for sure. They beat the Bulls without Sabonis and Brogdon, which was a pretty good game. Sidebar, my mother's going to be at this game. She texted me to tell me that she's going. Clinton, I'm going to Sixers Pacers. What should I know? And I was like, well, watch the game, look for Embiid. But I think this is bigger for the Pacers. The Sixers know how to win. It's just a matter of execution. I still think the Pacers are figuring out their identity, and this game at home is a big one for them.
Well, I mean, I always think it's bigger for the Sixers just because they have the higher expectations on the season.
Right.
And they've got to hang in there in this Eastern Conference with Joel Embiid out. Now, a couple of years ago when he basically broke his face, if you remember that injury where he was the masked man, they actually did pretty well at the end of the season without him because they can adjust. It actually creates some more space for Ben Simmons to do it. But he's going to have to carry the team now.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I think for the Sixers, man, you got to be able to find a way to get some continuity for those guys like that aren't Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. And I think Horford and Richardson can have that opportunity now here. All right, thanks to Ramona and Clinton for joining me. Rachel's back Tuesday, tomorrow, 3 Eastern on ESPN. You guys have a great rest of your afternoon.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.